Being gullible is a failure of social intelligence in which a person is easily tricked or manipulated into an ill-advised course of action. April Fool's Day takes advantage of this human trait at the expense of the person being pranked. There have been some epic pranks throughout history, and we'll take a look at some of these next on All Things Beer and Bacon. We have all most likely been on the butt end of an April Fool's Day joke, from the classic kick me sign on our back, to Vaseline on the doorknob.
Oh God, what's wrong with the fucking doorknob? Hello? Who's gonna open the door now?
The fun just never seems to end. No matter how sharp you think you are, there's always someone out there who is sharper, and history has some pretty good examples of some classic large-scale pranks. In 1965, the BBC ran a trial of a new technology called Smellivision that allowed the transmission of odor over the airwaves to all the viewers. Many people reported the trial as a success.
They lie.
If that's the case, why can't Google create a scratch-and-sniff web browser where users can visit their favorite website, scratch the screen, and then smell their fingers? Just be careful of any websites involving animal parts, children, or fetish porn.
Wow. Amazing.
Recently, a lot of restaurants got in on the fun by releasing brand new products such as these fun items: Coke Stripe, Chocolate Mayonnaise, the Chocolate Whopper, the Left-Handed Whopper, Left-Handed Toilet Paper, the Pepperoni Flavored Milkshake, Pickle Juice Beer, Bacon Scented Deodorant, Blue Raspberry Flavored Chicken Wings, Just the Crust Pop-Tarts, Jelly Beans from Bush, Eau de Whopper Cologne, Mr. Avocado Head, Bacon Flavored Mouthwash, and countless others that the general public all fell for. One April Fool's Day back in the 50s, the BBC actually broadcast this documentary.
It isn't only in Britain that spring this year has taken everyone by surprise. Here, in the Ticino, on the borders of Switzerland and Italy, the slopes overlooking Lake Lugano have already burst into flower, at least a fortnight earlier than usual. But what, you may ask, has the early and welcome arrival of bees and blossom to do with food? Well, it's simply that the past winter, one of the mildest in living memory, has had its effect in other ways as well. Most important of all, it's resulted in an exceptionally heavy spaghetti crop. The last 2 weeks of March are an anxious time for the spaghetti farmer. There's always the chance of a late frost, which, while not entirely ruining the crop, generally impairs the flavor and makes it difficult for him to obtain top prices in world markets. But now these dangers are over, and the spaghetti harvest goes forward. Spaghetti cultivation here in Switzerland is not, of course, carried out on anything like the tremendous scale of the Italian industry. Many of you, I'm sure, will have seen pictures of the vast spaghetti plantations in the Po Valley. For the Swiss, however, it tends to be more of a family affair. Another reason why this may be a bumper year lies in the virtual disappearance of the spaghetti weevil, the tiny creature whose depredations have caused much concern in the past. After picking, the spaghetti is laid out to dry in the warm alpine sun. Many people are often puzzled by the fact that spaghetti is produced at such uniform length, but this is the result of many years of patient endeavor by plant breeders who've succeeded in producing the perfect spaghetti. And now, the harvest is marked by a traditional meal. Toasts to the new crop are drunk in these poccolinos. And then the waiters enter, bearing the ceremonial dish. And it is, of course, spaghetti. Picked earlier in the day, dried in the sun, and so brought fresh from garden to table at the very peak of condition. For those who love this dish, there's nothing like real homegrown spaghetti.
Soon after, hundreds of people contacted the BBC wanting to know how they could grow their own spaghetti. And today, selling the naming rights to sports stadiums is pretty commonplace. But why stop there? In 1996, Taco Bell announced they'd bought the naming rights to the Liberty Bell. Henceforth, it would be known as the Taco Liberty Bell. With that in mind, why not sell the naming rights to the Lincoln Memorial? It could be known as the Ford Lincoln Mercury Memorial. Or if that orange-skinned tangerine tyrant in the White House really wants to prove that he's not a racist, sell the naming rights of the White House to the NAACP. The NAACP White House has a nice ring to it, don't you think? And last, on April 1st in 2001, a children's book author released a series of books with such titles as Brenda's Beaver Needs a Barber, Put Tony's Nuts in Your Mouth, Spank the Monkey Lends a Hand, Do You Want to Play with My Balls, Susie Likes to Look at Balls, and Would You Like to Play with My Ass? He went on to win the Distinguished Quasar Award, which honors the artist of the most distinguished American picture book for children. We have to ask, is it a joke if it wins a prize? Oh, by the way, there is no coveted Quasar Award for children's books. We just made that up. April Fools. But don't feel let down, as all of these book titles really do exist on Amazon.com. And there really is pickle juice beer and bacon-scented deodorant too. They really exist, and that's no joke. If we missed anything, tell us in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Thanks for watching All Things Beer and Bacon.
Your one-stop shop for beans and rubber hoses. Books about cats. Come and get 'em at. Come on down here where you can slam your own penis in the door of a luxury sedan. We will make that happen. When school's out for the summer, all the kids want to go to Tits. Your little sister's insane for tits. I bet I know where you guys want to go. I really like it when my grandma puts her false teeth in a glass. We've got deep-fried water bears and horse wigs at. We can serve you corn on a frisbee at. I'm not lying, ladies and gentlemen. You come down here and spend more than $10 and I will let you slap my mama. I'm that crazy. Mexican sweetbread. We got that in stock at Tits. Come on down. Wash my dishes. Does anybody got a good woman? Bring her down. I'll show her who's boss. I know how to handle a woman when she gets out of control. Moms, bring your newborn babies and I will pick up a brick and hit your newborn baby with that brick. Come anytime. We will not run out of bricks. If you want to eat a big mouthful of thumbtacks, then come on down here and try it, and I will kick you in the face. You'll drop like a pussy. Pussy!